What was the latest thing you've done, and how did it came to the market?
Well, we've had two serendipitous discoveries, one in 2012 and then the other one in 2014. They both relate to a very cheap and readily available starting material. They're called the cyclodextrins, and they're essentially pieces of starch that microbiologically have been built into large macrocycles. And they're made up of glucose. And the first discovery was made based on gamma cyclodextrin, which has 8 glucose units. And so the fourfold symmetry that accompanies this particular unit made it possible, and we discovered this serendipitously, to be joined up by group 1A metal cations, that is potassium, rubidium and cesium. So this gives us CD, MOF 1, 2 and 3 respectively. And these are today, I think, the only metal organic frameworks that are completely green, benign, environmentally friendly. And the porosity that they give to the structures are being used in a startup company called Panacea Nano. The chief executive officer is Dr. Usri Botros, an Egyptian by background who was employed by Intel after having received his degree at the University of Michigan. And a couple of years ago he moved away. He resigned from Intel and took up the leadership of Panacea Nano, and is doing quite spectacular work in using the porous materials to encapsulate all kinds of aromas and products that would be useful in the home care industry. Also the food industry, the personal care industry, they are also important in this respect for the development of new ways of slow release of volatile compounds in the, as I say, these industries. And we're very excited about the potential of Panacea Nano. The other company grew out of that discovery insofar as we quite serendipitously discovered that if we reduce the size of the cyclodextrin to 6 units, that is, we use what's called alpha cyclodextrin, it quite exclusively forms a lovely precipitate within seconds almost with potassium tetrabromoorate. So this has led to possibility of having a completely new way of isolating gold from mines, from what's called our urban gold, from our castaway computers and cell phones. And so that company is called Cyclodex, and that is headed up by CEO Roger Petman, who was one of my graduate students, maybe my 5th or 6th graduate student. So we have two companies based on cyclodextrins that they could, either of them or both of them, be world-changing in terms of the production of either a whole lot of new products based on, as I say, home care, food, personal care, or pharmaceuticals, or on the other hand, quite revolutionizing the way gold is mined, which is by the use of cyanide over 80% of the time, and mercury for the rest, which are two fairly obnoxious chemicals.
Did their products hit the market? Yes, did people start using their product in real products in the market, or they're still in advancing the technology?
Well, the companies are both only about 18 months in being. The products that Panacea Nano are producing are in a preliminary phase, but they are available for people to evaluate. And Prince Turkey, for example, at KACST is playing a part in this evaluation. The products were on display at the Science and Technology Fair in Riyadh recently. As far as the gold is concerned, we have the collaboration of a gold mine in Nevada called Comstock, where we are taking it from the flask to larger containers and ultimately to the heaps of ore that you find on the landscape beside this gold mine.
Thank you very much for your time. It was very great talking to you, sir.